How's it going, everybody? I'm Brad.
I'm Miguel.
And welcome to episode number 72 of Let's Talk Movies, the first official reactions to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness are in after its world premiere. And I gotta tell you, if I wasn't already like hype enough for this movie, like I'm even more hyped now reading what I'm reading about it, especially the horror fan in me. If you're a horror fan, I think this movie is really going to go there. I think this is, honest to God, going to be the first Marvel horror movie. And I'm hype about
we
it.
might.
I'm hype about it. I'm ready.
Yeah, guys, we might actually make this review on Purely and Simple Evil. You never know.
Probably not. But,
No.
Miguel, buddy, happy Tuesday. How are you?
Doing good, champ. We're going through a thunderstorm, so pardon me if I skip out every now and then, because, you know, this Spectrum Wi-Fi, second the thunderstorm hits, it goes in like a turtle.
Well, it's weird. We were supposed to get a bunch of thunderstorms, and it ended up like we were under a tornado watch and everything, and like it did literally nothing. It's sunny, like it's beautiful right now outside. So,
well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like golden hours right now. It's sunny, but
it's
you can hear that thunder.
Yeah, I get it. So as we said, the first reactions, the premiere for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was last night. Whole lots of things on the red carpet, whole lots of people, different interviews, some different things were said. We're not going to dive into those things as much, but really the social media presence of people who were there. That's kind of going to be the focus of tonight. I was, for one, shocked. We had Patrick Stewart on the red carpet. We had Haley Atwell on the red carpet. People that I kind of thought they were trying to keep more as surprise cameos. We're at the red carpet premiere. So I was kind of like, okay, that's interesting. You know, I didn't expect them to kind of go ahead and give away Patrick Stewart, although they kind of did. I think the good news is, I think it's things that the stuff that's out there, and make no mistake, there's stuff out there. Like I texted Miguel this morning and I was like, dude, Twitter is a mess right now. This morning there were
he said, don't check Twitter. What did I do?
Well, I clicked, like I was trying to get all the, I have all these different screenshots and things and articles and stuff, and I was trying to like compile and see what people's thoughts were, because I mean, it's like when the premiere ended, it was late. There were a few people that posted last night, but a lot of stuff started coming out this morning, and I was like, okay, like this is pretty cool, like reading through stuff, and then I saw a picture of something I'm not going to say, and I was like, oh, I was like, holy crap, okay. But yeah, and I mean there were quite a few different people pulling these guys and trying to like take pictures of stuff. Some are pretty clear. So if you're trying to avoid any spoilers for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, don't get on Twitter. And it's gotten a little bit better. I think Disney kind of hopped on the bandwagon like a little bit later, because around noon I hopped back on just to see if there was anything new, and there were no more leaks, and really the leaks were to do with the Illuminati. That's all I'll say. But that's not a spoiler anymore. They literally name dropped the Doctor Strange, the Illuminati will see you now. They literally dropped that, so that's not really a spoiler at this point. To connect promotions, that guy with the mustache, my homie, I guess he's talking about you.
Talking about you, buddy. Yeah.
Glad you're hanging with us, man. By the way, tonight I didn't even go for a glass just because I don't even care. Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. I was actually saving this for our review, but I was like, you know what? I'm hyped.
Why not?
I'm hyped now.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready, and I can't get it open.
See, I feel kind of like out of place because I literally didn't bring nothing to drink. I could literally run to the fridge right now, but the only beers I have are the stuff we've already reviewed, so it's kind of like pointless. So you know what?
Well, I've had this, but it's been a while. But I have had this one before, so we'll have to see. Here's the taste. Ready? 7.5 alcohol.
Fuck, that's a tall boy, son. All right, guys. So at the end of the podcast, I'm gonna be doing the send off, y'all.
Well, thanks for hanging with us. New episodes premiere every Tuesday. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of tropicality to it, but it's pretty
tropicality.
Good. I know that's not a word.
Take yourself.
It's pretty good. I think I'm an IPA guy. I've always liked IPAs. which I know a lot of people don't. That's kind of
it tastes like rotten fruit rinds, but you know what? Some of them actually taste good. So
I like it. I dig IPAs. I always have. So let's hop into this,
guys.
man. Dive in to our. Never mind. I'm not going to finish that sentence. So prior to the world premiere, Marvel Studios actually tweeted and posted on their Instagram account, "See you on the other side of the multiverse. Replies will now be disabled." And that is correct. Marvel Studios has officially disabled comments on all of their social media on anything related to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Bro, I don't get why, because it's literally
think they've ever done.
Probably like 5 accounts out of what, the fucking millions of other like fan accounts. I mean ours too, but we don't post spoilers. But like fuck, anyone's gonna like say anything whatsoever. And everyone's gonna tag like, Marvel. So like it's not like that's gonna do anything.
I think they're really trying to keep a lot of this one in the bag. I mean, it's like we said about No Way Home. Like, I mean, we knew Toby and Andrew were coming. Like, I think that was kind of. I think we know less about Multiverse of Madness than we did about No Way Home. No Way Home, I think we knew a lot.
Do we really though? Because we're going to see that movie with like 2 leaked pictures. It's the same as like Spider-Man No Way Home.
Well, we know a lot about the Illuminati, but I don't think we know a whole lot about anything else. I from what I understand, there is a lot that we have not seen in this movie.
I mean, it's the same shit. I'm just saying it's the same shit as Spider-Man No Way Home. To me,
but I don't know.
We have the synopsis. We have the synopsis. We have leaked pictures. We have a fuck ton of trailers. The only thing I can tell that's different is the fact they showed like Professor Xavier's like hand and heard his voice as compared to like everyone else.
This is what you saw.
Like, what?
This is literally what you saw.
What do you mean? Oh, okay.
In the trailer, Xavier's hand.
Okay.
It was
and
everybody's like, "It's Charles," and that's literally what you got.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways. And also, didn't Spider-Man No Way Home? Oh fuck, what was that?
No,
Spider-Man No Way Home. Didn't we get like? Wasn't like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire like secretly like snuck into the movie theater?
Yes, they were actually. But here's the thing though. I think. And we've said we wanted to do a show on this for a long time on leaks and like, do studios let certain things get out? Like, there was a whole discussion when No Way Home was coming out about like, is this much stuff really leaking, or are they carefully letting certain things slide? You know what I mean? Do you see a ghost behind you?
Damn, geez, it's raining fucking hard. I might get cut off pretty soon.
You'll be fine. But like, here's the thing. The thing that sets it apart for me is I feel like with No Way Home, there were only a certain number of ways I felt like it could go. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect the twist where, people really forgot Peter at the end, where he told Strange to just finish the spell. And, I didn't expect all of that part, but like, we kind of knew about this Sinister Six-esque, which it wasn't really the Sinister Six, but it was kind of along the lines. We knew Goblin was kind of going to be the ringleader. We knew Toby and Andrew were going to come back. We knew that this was going to take place at the Empire State Building with Cap's shield. Like, we knew more, I think. But with this, I really kind of don't, other than this Illuminati thing, and Strange is like on trial, which we've seen in the trailers. Again, that's not a spoiler. We're not going to talk spoilers tonight.
I'm calling it right now. Well, Charlie Cox Daredevil is going to be his fucking representative. He's going to be there for him. Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, like I don't know how this is going to end. I really don't.
Can you hear this?
Maybe a little bit.
Can you hear my thunder? That's fucking a little bit. Dope. It's actually me farting. I'm sorry, guys.
Today's a winding road. The thunder. But yeah, I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know how this is going to end. Like, I don't know how. I don't know what the end game. Pun intended. I don't know what the end game is for this movie. Like obviously we start off. It's obviously about the repercussions of what he did in No Way Home. It's about the Illuminati. It's about Wanda somehow getting revenge. I think. Like, my own opinion and my own thought is that what we've seen, the shot where he's like, where Wanda, and he's walking in like the like pretty like berry thing with Wanda, and He's like,
Oh,
what
okay.
do you know about the multiverse? I think that's an illusion that she's created. I don't, you know what I mean? I
I
think.
told you that theory.
Did you?
Yeah, remember? Because you were talking about like, oh, well, Strange is gonna try to find Wanda and ask for help, and I was like, no, watch. Strange is gonna find Wanda, and he's gonna ask about the multiverse, and Wanda's gonna be like, what multiverse? And then all of a sudden, she's like, phew, psych, bitch, I broke it.
But another big question I have is like, if you had this whole deal with, like Strange and Wanda fighting, like Strange is trying to stop her from doing something.
Yeah,
that's fine. But like, how do we get to the point where she's walking into the Illuminati's whole deal and she's soaked in blood and she throws the Ultron head? How does Wanda become an enemy of the Illuminati? You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm like. I'm not sure. That's what I mean. It's like, I don't know exactly how this is going to go, and I'm kind of happy about it. Like, I'm excited. Like, obviously we both know about some of the cameos. We're not going to say them. Some are in the trailer.
dog, we're
I'm
kind of
just
spoiled at this
saying.
point.
We know
like,
about Charles.
All the spoilers that kind of like that you guys probably know about, we know about. That's literally it.
The two that I think they've actually put out there, because A, they're in trailers, and B, they were both at the red carpet premiere, is Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier from the X-Men universe and Haley Atwell's Captain Carter.
And Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, yeah. So like,
we don't,
I'm kidding.
We don't know about Deadpool. I don't know. But other than
don't
that,
make
none of them.
there.
I know.
Headline.
Right?
Here's the scoop, guys. Fuck.
Our next video: Deadpool not in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I did see there are 2 post-credit scenes, and they are both juicy as hell.
That I didn't know. So there you go, guys. Brad
there are
knows more
2 post-credit scenes, and they're pretty wild. I think this movie, beginning to end, is pretty wild from what I understand. And I am the horror fan in me. Like I said, if you're a horror fan, especially if you're a fan of Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness, because those are Sam Raimi films, like you need to be excited, because everything I've read is that this is very much a Sam Raimi horror movie, like from top to bottom. So
I feel like every time like Sam Raimi like makes a movie, like he drops a little bit of his soul. So like every time he makes a movie, he has less and less of his soul. So most of his movies get even like more wacky and wacky and wacky.
They get like darker and darker as you go on.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm super hyped. So the very first, when I clicked on Twitter this morning, this was the very first review from anybody that I saw. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a Marvel horror fever dream.
Ashley Menzel get the scoop.
These people are there, man. They're certified critics.
How do we get there?
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. A Marvel horror fever dream in the best possible way. It is delightfully unhinged and chaotic with all the madness we were promised. The surprise appearances and twists and turns had the audience roaring. Must see on the big screen immediately. That was my first the first reaction that I had read about. I'm kicking my light. I'm so excited. And I was like, oh. Hot. Is it hot in here? A Marvel horror
you're getting hot and bothered by a fucking review. Oh my god, I kind of don't want to see this movie with you now. Jesus,
sitting there. Oh
no, that's something that's really gonna piss me off, guys. I'm sorry. Look, I get that like we're all like big comic book fans and we love like Marvel shows and movies. But I swear to God, nothing pisses me off more than people that roar in this fucking movie theater.
Well, even
low-key kind of like annoys me a little bit because it was the Daredevil one. Everyone started roaring, but then it was like 3 minutes of it, and I was like, bro, I totally missed everything. So I just assumed Peter was in the clear. So I was like, all right, cool. I guess Peter's good because everyone's too busy fucking screaming.
Yeah. Well, even when Toby came out, when Toby like said his first line in the movie, like when he walked,
it was Andrew Garfield.
Everybody was well. I know, but like when Toby walked out, everybody was cheering so loud. It's like, what did he say? I didn't even hear I didn't hear the line. What did he say?
Jesus Christ, man! I missed the pizza time. No.
Could you walk through pizza time?
Yeah, no, that would have been like a solid like 15 minutes of like screaming and laughter.
Yeah, right. Michael Roman from Everything Always, phenomenal YouTube channel. I follow them pretty closely. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was an absolutely thrilling ride and an undeniably Sam Raimi, a comic enthusiast dream film. And that was another thing I've seen is if you're somebody who is like really up to date on a lot of the comic book arcs. I have it in here at some point. Somebody said there's like a 20 or 30-minute sequence in this movie that's literally going to make you like rip your pants off. Like it's going to be insane. And I think that's cool. I think I respect that about Sam Raimi. Like Sam Raimi strikes me as the kind of guy that like will do his homework and actually like plan something out. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of that is the writers too, but like I really appreciate that they're pulling from comic book lore too. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be really fresh for the MCU. Like they're gonna do something that we haven't seen before, and I'm really excited for that. I mean, you know, if you look at like Civil War was great, Infinity War was great, The Winter Soldier was great, Endgame was great, but did any of them really go as dark as they could have? No.
Yes. No, they're decently dark.
I mean, they are decently dark. Like we even said at the beginning of Civil, like people don't give Marvel credit for the fact that they do go dark. And I know that this sounds really hypocritical. I should say, compared to the comic book version of Civil War, it wasn't dark. Okay. Not really. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
Like when I mean, for the MCU, it was dark. Those were dark moments. I mean, Rhodey being paralyzed, that was dark. Watching Bucky literally snap Mrs. Stark's neck on that security footage was pretty dark. I don't know. There are dark moments, you know what I mean? And they work for the MCU. But I think this will be fresh because it's really gonna like go there. Like we're gonna
Crossbones blew himself up.
I know, but we're gonna take a step over the line. You know what I mean? Like it would have been different if we would have seen Crossbones' body literally like in pieces. But I think we're gonna get
Jesus Christ, how much darker are you gonna get?
I know, right? Fuck, but I think we're gonna get like full on Evil Dead style Sam Raimi blood and gore in this movie. You know, I mean, it's okay. It's not gonna, like we just said before we went on, it's not gonna be Halloween Kills.
Like Sam Raimi, yeah, like Sam Raimi brings like a truck full of like prosthetics and like blood packs, and Kevin Feige's like, dog, what the fuck is this? And Sam Raimi's like, it's gonna be a baller. Get out of my way.
I feel like that's how he approaches this. Like Marvel was like, okay, so here's the story, and Sam Raimi's like, oh no, stop. I'm gonna stop you there.
He's gonna be like,
give me my money. Gonna be like, give me my crew, and stay the hell out of my way.
So and so does what, gets what, and what, and Sam Raimi's like, leave me alone.
It'll work. Don't worry about it. It'll work.
Yeah,
it will work.
It'll work.
James Viscardi says Doctor Strange felt like a comic book come to life on a big screen. Every scene change felt like a page turn with a splash page moments scattered throughout. Raimi delivers. Olsen is the clear MVP, and man, oh man, what a score by Danny Elfman. The movie has its issues. Pacing is a big one, and some moments feel a bit unearned. This is very much a Doctor Strange movie and not a mega Avengers epic that I think some fans were expecting. And that's interesting. And I think part of that comes from the fact that people were expecting so many cameos. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I think. Like, what do you mean? Is it really going to be like a Doctor Strange movie? It sounds like a Wanda fucking shut up movie kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Wanda is like. Wanda is like the reviews that I've been reading. People are saying like, "Yo, dog, road to Elizabeth Olsen getting the Oscar for her performance," and I'm like, "Bro, Benedict Cumberbatch ain't nothing." Like, I guess he got sidelined in his own movie. How do you get sidelined in your own movie? Yeah. Here's how: you put Elizabeth Olsen in there, and then there you go.
But you have to remember though, like, here's. Benedict, like nobody's talking about Benedict Cumberbatch, but I think that's just because they're blinded by like blinded by the light. I think they're so preoccupied with the cameos in Wanda and the Sam Raimi stuff and the blood and gore and the crazy story and the effects and everything else. But you have to remember, I believe it's 5. Benedict Cumberbatch is playing 5 different versions of Doctor Strange in this movie. You know what I mean? All with their own little quirks. You know, like you have Defender Strange, you have Normal Strange, you have Zombie Strange, you have the Evil Strange with the things just got out of hand. You know, I feel like Benedict Cumberbatch is actually going to show it's going to showcase like what a talented, versatile actor he is. You know what I mean? To be able to like turn those
he's gonna
things
show some
on and
range,
off.
dog.
Yeah. Even Elizabeth Olsen.
But then Elizabeth Olsen's just gonna play 2, and she's probably gonna get an Oscar. Benedict's gonna be like, "Am I a joke to you? I just played 2 times as much as what she did." And then they got fucking sidelined. I don't know, man.
Everybody has been like completely like on the same page that she is standout. Like she is scary in this movie, and she is just. I mean, it's great. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited.
They're fucking scary, dog.
So Joshua Ryan says, Mr. Movie Guy, just watch Multiverse of Madness, and it's a Sam Raimi film through and through. It features some of the most brutal and violent moments we've seen in the MCU. The darker elements are blended with silly humor and snippets of horror. It's a blast. That is dope. So violent moments, really brutal, lots of horror type. I know, right? The Strange.
Rock on, yeah. Rock on, guys.
lots of horror elements in this from Mr. Joshua Ryan. Mary Mares, forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong, absolutely in love with what I just saw. Raimi is truly all over it, and the horror elements are something special, but it's so fast as brutal, but it's so fast as brutal and fun. Did not feel like anything I've watched in the MCU before. Cumberbatch and Olsen are GOAT. Which is pretty cool. Is that something you're concerned about, like being like too much? Because a lot of people even felt like Infinity War and Endgame were like almost like it was so much that they didn't have time to like spend time on anything. Like, are you worried about like the pacing?
Honestly, I feel like some of the cameos that we're gonna see are probably not gonna get as much screen time, I guess. And I guess like before, because you know how like before in like older like comic books, they did like there were cameos just so there can be cameos.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like this is gonna be the same thing, except we don't care anymore about that notion. Yeah. Sure, we'll watch it. I don't care. I'll point it out. I was literally about to say a name. Thank God I caught that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to be careful with some of them because like they're out there. You can find it if you want to. Like they're on Twitter right now. But again, I don't want. So a lot of people are trying to avoid, so that's why I'm trying not to go there. Adam Frazier says Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is the most rad, the most metal. I like this review. The most magnificently macabre movie in the MCU. Sam Raimi absolutely killed it.
What the fuck does macabre mean?
Like just wild, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Wild and brutal and gruesome. If Thor Ragnarok is the Led Zeppelin of the MCU, then Multiverse of Madness is its Black Sabbath. That should tell you what you need to know about this movie right there. That should tell you exactly what you need to know.
That's so stupid.
That's awesome, though. And it's pretty cool, man. Like I'm hyped for a movie that's just going to be metal and balls to the wall all the time. I don't mind all the cameos. I just hope that they at least we get a second to breathe. You know what I mean? My biggest fear with this movie is that it's just going to, and like somebody even said in their review, like it's all gas and no brakes. And that's fine. But we still need a couple moments to like, you know, because again, it's like Toby and Andrew. Like we needed a moment. We needed that scene in the lab to like reconnect with them because it's like, well, you want to see where they've been. You want to see what they've been up to all this time since the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3. You know what I mean? Like if we, for example, I don't know that this is a character in there. I do not know. I'm just, for example, like Nick Cage's Ghost Rider. You know what I mean? Like if somebody, like if a character,
Nick Cage Ghost Rider is in Multiverse of Madness.
I'm not saying that. I'm just giving an example from an old Marvel film. Like if you threw in like Nick Cage's Ghost Rider or even Ben Affleck's Daredevil, like again, I don't know. There's people who are going to be like, he said, but you lied. You didn't know. I feel like Loomis. Like, I feel like we're going to want a second to be like, oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that's Ghost Rider. Or to be like, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to want those hardcore, like, Marvel fan, like, we're going to want those moments. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's not just like, hey, it's Ghost Rider. Hey, it's Daredevil. Hey, it's Mr. Fantastic. Hey, it's The Thing. Hey, it's Chris Evans, Johnny Storm. Hey, like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Hugh Jackman Daredevil. Look at Hugh Jackman Daredevil. Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Like, I hope they're not just throwing balloons at the screen. You know what I mean? And it's like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. And like wanting everything to stick.
Okay, yeah, sure. I didn't get
You
the
see what I'm
phrase, but
saying?
sure, yeah. I
I
know
don't
what you
know.
mean. Like
I'm trying to make a
throwing
point
shit
here.
on the wall and hoping things stick. Yeah, I get it. But
I
balloons,
mean,
that
it's
was
great. Like they're throwing gold. They're throwing gold shit at the wall, but like it.
gold shit, gold plated
Yes.
shit. Copy
Yeah. Right.
that.
I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Like I hope we have
Hmm.
a second. The cameos that we do have, I hope that we take a second to live with those characters before Wanda just freaking annihilates them. You know what I mean? Or before they're just gone.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
that's
get
kind of
that.
my biggest fear is that we're just gonna like blow through the whole thing in 2 hours, and then it's like, you know, even with Infinity War though, like by the time the movie was over, everybody in the theater was
There you go. Yeah. So
like
that
what
happened.
just
That
happened?
was
You know
three
what I
hours of my
mean?
life. Yeah, and they
I
look down and they're like, "Oh shit, I pissed myself."
I,
Because it was a 3 hour fucking movie, guys.
I soiled myself.
I soiled myself.
So I don't know, man. That's my biggest fear with it, and it's not really a fear. I hope that
It's a
um
concern, not a fear.
I wouldn't even say it's a concern
I
because
would say it's a
I do think
concern
they'll do a
because
great
it's like
job with it.
even though in Spider-Man No Way Home, when they had that little break in the lab, I guess, and to talk,
Yeah.
bro, the only new thing we got was that Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker stayed a simp for Mary Jane, Christian Dunst, and Andrew
She's
Garfield was just depressy
She
essy for
stayed with
like
him though.
5 years.
She didn't stay a hoe. He was like, we made it work.
Who knows?
You know.
She probably went around and fucked probably 6 more astronauts. 6 more of J.K. Simmons' sons. I don't fucking know. We'll find out in Spider-Man 4, guys. Stay tuned.
I wonder
So,
what his like midlife crisis was like when he turned 40. If he went into like another like Bully Maguire.
God, I fucking hope not.
Like if he went into like a whole other Bully Maguire like
And
thing
no,
when he turned 40.
instead of like this type of hair, it's like slicked all the way back, and he's got like a wife beater on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I could see that. Yeah, that's Tobey Maguire's midlife.
Yeah.
Wait, how old is this man?
He's still going to Ursula's house and he's like, do you have chocolate chip? Go get me some milk.
Oh my god! Every month he comes in, he's like knocking on like, where are my cookies and shit?
Hey, yo, bitch, where's my cookie? And Dickovich is still looking at him. Rent. You'll get your rent when you. Charles Murphy of Murphy's Multiverse, another really great insider website, just out of the premiere of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. What an absolutely spectacular ride. I almost said a family film. Probably not a family film. A Raimi film through and through, from the way it was shot to the horror to the comedy. He's on top of his game here, but this will be atop the list of best Marvel films. If you're a comic book reader, there's a 15 to 20-ish segment, this is what I was talking about before, of this film that just delivers blow after blow after blow in terms to references and hits. Just staggering how fast it all comes and how much there is. This film is huge. It's massive. It's the biggest film
I saw that coming
we've ever
a
seen.
mile away.
This film
As
is
soon as you said huge
in that regard. Huge. It's massive. My multiverse is better than anyone's multiverse. Right? I have more cameos, more characters, more story than anything you've ever
Donald
seen
Trump
before.
in the Multiverse of Madness. Can you imagine? I swear to God, this right here creates a spell. This is him opening a portal. It's like open.
Oh my god! Could you imagine? They're like there's like a real quick scene, like it's like in like Monsters Inc. when they're going through the doors, and it's like very like vastly different places. They're going through different multiverses, and they go in one, and he's like wrong, and they pause for a minute, and they're like, definitely not, and they go to the then they go to the next one. That would be awesome.
He said wrong. Oh my god! I'm just saying that'd be fun.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I've seen quite a few people say is that there is
Donald Trump's in it. Damn, that's a pretty bold statement, Marvel.
But that there is MCU style comedy in it, but that the comedy is definitely a little bit more adult in this movie. Like it's a little bit more mature instead of like I know, right? Instead of like the typical Disney, this is on Mickey Mouse's dime comedy, and there is good comedy. I'm not saying there's not good comedy in the MCU. There obviously is, but I think from what I've read,
Illuminati.
We were almost rated R. But like, Mickey's like, no, said I.
Charles Xavier is like, Doctor Strange, you just broke the multiverse. And Doctor Strange is like, guilty.
No, could you imagine? Strange walks in the Illuminati, like Charles Xavier, he's like, Doctor Strange, and before he can say the F word, you just hear, and he's like, you boob. And he like changes the word or whatever. Bro, would you not die if Mickey Mouse was like the leader of the Illuminati?
Bro,
that would be so dope.
Since this is like the multiverse of madness, and supposedly we get like a cartoon universe, bro, it better be in the style of like Disney or like the old Disney cartoon. Otherwise, I'm gonna be upset. I want that now. I want that awesome. So bad.
Puck.
Is it people of color culture?
No, I don't know. Pop culture. I just walked out of the Doctor Strange world premiere. Guys, it's one of the most intensely epic superhero films ever. Excuse me. Sam Raimi has brought glorious horror to the MCU. It's simply incredible. Glorious horror to the MCU.
I've never heard glorious and horror in the same like.
Hey, but I like it though. I like it. Also,
okay,
this beer is strong. I feel it already, but I'm feeling good.
Bro, this man's taking like 15 gulps and one sip.
Okay. And I'm literally like a quarter of the way through.
All you hear is.
So, anyways, Liam Crowley, Doctor Strange throws a lot at the wall. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's gonna be like when the movie is over, like, you know, as always, we're gonna post our non-spoiler, like brief, quick, immediate thoughts as soon as we walk out of the movie theater from the parking lot.
Because we're going to talk about it first. We're going to prep the video. Because there's one thing I always wondered with these like movie critics and reviewers, when they go to this world premiere, I feel like, you know, back then, like in like, you know, early 2000s, when you got out of like a really good movie, I'm pretty sure when people got out of like King Kong, like the eighth wonder of the world, they were probably like, you know, sitting there right next to the door, like talking about like, oh God, this is so dope. This is amazing. This is such CGI was awesome. Percy Jackson did a great job. But now with like, you know,
Percy
Marvel,
Jackson?
Oh, did I say it wrong?
My bad. What?
My bad. This joke's gonna end bad. No, but furthermore, what I'm saying is, you know how people like used to like talk about movies and shit? Like after the movie, they're like having conversations and shit, and it's like all dope, and like you can talk to strangers about the movies. We've had that experience before. I remember those during Halloween Kills. But now you come out of these world premieres, no one's talking. They're all like, "Yo, this movie was so fucking dope." Blah, 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 blah. Oh shit! How many characters does Twitter allow? Okay. Glorious horror. Blah 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 blah. And then post. That's kind of.
It's also on a time limit though too. You know what I mean? Like I don't. We also live in a day, like we live in a world where it's like everything's got to be right now. Like you got to get you have to get it out right then. You got to get it. You got to get it. You got to get it. Get it up. Get it. You know. So, but that's what I was saying. I'm worried. I don't know how we got there from that. I'm worried that, or not. Well, I shouldn't say worried. I'm not worried. I just, bro, if I had a concern over this movie, it's that it's almost going to be like, what the, like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, where?
Yeah, you better take a long, hard breath.
Like, where did we just land?
The title goes up, yeah, because, yeah,
bro, I feel like this is gonna be the kind of movie like, don't be drunk or on LSD when you watch this, because like you're definitely going to the ER for like a heart attack. You know,
bro, you pick like the softest drug to like the hardest drug. Like, Jesus Christ, this is a big step up. Sounds like a Raimi film, I guess.
Throws a lot at the wall. Some stick surprisingly simple narrative. That's kind of interesting. We'll come back to that in a minute. Some falls flat, mostly with CGI, which you brought up. Miguel actually brought that up. We were looking at a couple of the leaked images from the Illuminati stuff, and
we were doing our daily lunch call. We were just talking about it.
Yeah. Because I at lunch I call my wife and then I call Miguel. That's pretty much my daily routine, and that's my routine. But we were talking, and he was like, the CGI looks kind of off, even from this guy, and people like taking a picture, like just getting a little sneak in from their seat, like.
Yeah, I think it was that picture we were talking about, where like we're talking about the CGI. And I think
It's funny.
that started like Civil War, I want to say. That's where it
Yeah.
started.
I wonder why though. Like I don't know. Because it's not
I
like they
don't
don't
know.
have the money or the technology, you know what I mean?
I know, right? They're
I don't
making
know.
fucking Avatar.
I don't
Like,
know.
get
I
the
don't know
fuck
why
out of
they're
here.
I don't know why that is. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I mean, obviously this guy said, the CGI falls a little flat. Um Olsen crushes, but Gomez is my rock star. Cumberbatch really feels like the anchor of the MCU throughout. Not perfect, but a worthwhile experience. So this was really the first one that was kind of like, that's pretty good. It was all right. The others have been like,
Wait, who's Gomez?
you know what I mean?
Who's
Huh?
Gomez?
That is America Chavez. I
Oh,
forget how to say her first name. I couldn't
oh,
tell you.
she really likes American Chavez, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
What
I
do
mean,
you
I guess Egypt's not going to see that one though.
What do you think of the whole simple narrative thing when he says surprisingly simple narrative?
I don't fucking know. I don't know what simple narrative means, dog.
But like he's saying the plot is surprisingly simple. I don't know what to take from that.
I don't know. Like, it's
Because
dog, you stumped us. No, so pretty much what I'm thinking is like it's just gonna be like just a simple story, but they just happen to go through different universes, I guess, right? Like that's pretty much what it
well,
is.
but again,
And there's
my
like a
question is
hub.
like,
There's like a hub where the Illuminati is. There's like Marvel universe, MCU universe, and then a shit ton of others just around it, and they all meet here, or like they're at the MCU, they meet here, and then it just
yeah.
fucking blows up, and they're just going everywhere.
My question though is like how does Wanda come into the fold with the Illuminati? Like I get if Strange is summoned to the Illuminati and then and then that conflict happens, but like I'm not understand. There's so many different characters. I'm not really understand, and I'm not talking the cameos. I know the cameos kind of probably come from many different angles, but like and that's what I said about like the difference between No Way Home and Multiverse of
Here, I'm
Madness.
gonna I'm gonna
I'm
call
not
it right now.
100% sure how all of this is going to tie together. So the fact that he says this is a surprisingly simple narrative tells me that maybe I'm like overthinking of how everything is going to piece together. Like maybe
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I think I'm envisioning more of a complicated story than it actually is.
No, here's how it goes. The Illuminati finds out about because you remember Marvel confirmed that there's like some movies you need to watch. You got some fucking homework, okay? Don't worry. This ain't
One
high
of them
school
was
homework.
Agents of Shield.
No, one of them was Marvel's What If, and what I can see is that um the Illuminati is trying to keep this multiverse shit under wraps, like in control. So they're taking care of all the people that are like creating like these, brand like huge brand, not like small little branches here and there. That's fun. That shit can live on. But like some massive ones, then yeah, they gotta contain that shit.
Yeah.
So which includes why Captain Carter's there and
Be
who
careful with what you're
and
about to
Doctor
say.
Strange.
Okay.
And yeah, thank God. Thank you. My heart skipped a beat as soon as you said that. I was like, oh fuck. I hope people know about that one. But
yeah, listen again. Captain Carter and Charles Xavier they've literally given those away. Like that's not
yeah,
a
we're good. We're good. I almost pulled like a Tom Holland. Like I'm sure that's how Tom Holland felt right there for a hot second.
yeah.
But where I'm getting at is the Illuminati is gonna try to contain Wanda, and they send Ultron bots at Wanda during her vacation world, I guess, with her children. Breaks it up. Obviously, Wanda loses her children again, and guess what? Wanda's pissed. It's as simple as that.
Do
I
you
could
think
totally
she
see that.
has her children at the beginning of the movie though?
Nah, dog. She created her own universe again. I'm
Again?
calling it. I'm calling it.
You
Yeah.
really so you really think that whole scene where her and Strange are walking through the pasture and everything is
Yeah.
beautiful and serene, like you think that is all her illusion?
Yeah.
I could see it, man.
Because
It's
if
like
you think about it,
a second
this was
Westview
like
type situation.
WandaVision was like a miscalculation on Wanda's part. She was probably like, I'm just gonna make my own world out of grief. And then she was like, oh shit, there's actually like innocent people around me. And I kind of feel bad about that. So
No, it was like
she's out. Yeah.
it was like
She's like
I'm gonna make
she's
my own
like
world
she's
out
like
of grief.
all
And
of a
then she was
sudden,
like,
yeah.
wait a minute. I can make my own world out of grief. It's like in Home Alone when Macaulay Culkin's like, I made my family disappear. I made my family disappear. You know what I
So
mean?
yeah. So after the events of like WandaVision, she's like, all right, fine, I'll make my own world. But you know what? It's just gonna be me in my cabin.
Yeah,
Simple as that. Yeah, because she's in her cabin, I'm sure. And that's pretty much probably what happened. So
probably.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And then the Illuminati's gonna
Well,
try to
even
take
if you
her
remember from the end of WandaVision, she's doing all her like
like oogly boogity oogly boogity
boogity
oogly boogity.
boogity
Yeah.
boogity boogity boogity. You know, she's doing all her weird magic. So let's keep on rolling. Big screen leaks. Multiverse of Madness is the fever dream. The action. It's the second time we've heard fever dream. I love it. Action-packed movie only Sam Raimi could do. It takes the usual MCU formula, adds in the multiverse, a few cameos, then cranks it up to 100. I loved every second.
Good luck. I want you to say this.
I think it's. I don't know. I'm not gonna try. The wonderful.
He said.
The wonderful lady
Okeechobee?
who plays America Chavez and Lizzie Olsen were standouts within a star-studded cast. I think, listen, of anything, I think you're going to be able to walk away, even if you're disappointed in the plot, even if you're disappointed in the cameos. And I do think people need to somewhat,
Get over it.
just a little, like a teach. I think some people need to temper their expectations for the cameos. I think some people are like, bro, it's every Marvel character that there's ever been from every IP ever. And it's like, okay, I think you need to tone it down a little bit. It's not going to be like every single Fox and Sony character from the Marvel movies that we ever had. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that. But I think if you walk away with anything from this movie, you're going to be like, you know what? Every cast member freaking killed it. Like knocked it straight out of the park. I think that's going to be the one thing I think that's going to be the one thing everybody is like completely unanimous about. You know what I mean?
That's how Sam Raimi's gonna say, like in that premiere. He's probably like, everyone did their job.
Yeah. Also, you said something the other day. You were like, you notice Sam Raimi's always wearing a suit, even if, bro, that man is always wearing a suit. Like
Always
he really. I was looking at pictures today. I was like, bro, he really is always wearing a suit.
Yeah. Since that
he's a
behind the
well-dressed,
scenes
good-looking
footage.
man.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's better than a well-tailored suit, I guess. But it looks like that man's been wearing that suit for like over like 2 decades. Because when did Spider-Man 2 come out? 2003?
2004.
2004. Okay, so yeah, about 2 decades. Because I'm just saying, there is a behind the scenes of him wearing that exact same suit. I think he only owns one suit.
Well, dude, by the way,
all you need is one.
You know what's wild is his first Marvel movie, Spider-Man, like 2002, came out today. 20 years ago today, 2002 to 2022. And so like Sam Raimi's first Marvel movie and his return to Marvel are coming out the same week, 20 years apart. That's pretty sick, dude.
Pretty fucking
That's
poetic.
awesome.
Dog.
That is awesome, man. Did we see this one? Yes. Multiverse of Madness, the Fist of Feige.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna let that speak out of
documentary title for the MCU 20 years down the line. The Fist of Feige. Yes. 100%.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. Feige. That's fucking great.
Listen, man, no disrespect to you. Thank you so much for posting your review. Multiverse of Madness is the most unbelievable Marvel movie ever made. All gas, no breaks, with every scene more shocking than the last. Marvel Studios.
I just saw that.
What?
That's his username.
Yeah.
Is that his name? That's fucking great.
I mean, his name is Matt Rumkey.
That's his but like Rumkey? his title name is the Fist of Feige. Respect, man.
I know. Marvel Studios shows that they are not afraid to push every limit imaginable. The Doctor Strange franchise is completely unleashed, which is good to know they're going to push some limits in here because I think it's time. I think even like what we've seen with Moon Knight.
Is that like a spoiler for like a
sequel? Falcon and the Winter Soldier. WandaVision, like what we've seen, especially with the TV shows, is I think the MCU as a whole, like Marvel Studios is ready to start telling, like I feel like we're ready to turn the dial up a notch. You know what I mean? The Nile River.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're ready to turn the dial up a notch. You know what I mean? Like not I'm not talking like the gates of hell, but I'm talking like, you know what? Like we're gonna put the burner on like medium high now
On
instead
simmer.
of like lukewarm. Like we're not lukewarm, but like on medium, like we're just gonna turn it up a little bit, turn it to 11, just a little bit. You know, I think we're ready for that.
It's like a frog in a pot, like, you know, slowly turn it up, and the frog can't tell if it's like getting hotter, like that type of thing.
Yeah,
Is that what you mean? Okay.
I don't know,
What's the
but I
frog?
don't
Is
know.
it Doctor
But all
Strange?
the reviews make it
No,
seem
it's
like
the fist of Feige.
fair. If the Fist of Feige continues, Matt Remke, things get out of hand. This just got a little out of hand. Things get out of hand as the movie goes on, but overall, a nonstop magical thriller. Again, praising Elizabeth Olsen. Elizabeth Olsen continues her dominance in the MCU, and again, I'm not even going to try.
You better
Gomez
figure that shit
shines in
out,
her
dog, because we're
debut.
gonna do a review soon.
I know, right? You get 110% of Sam Raimi. That comes with the good and the bad, but the good is as good as it gets. So I'm wondering what exactly he means by the bad. I would love to pick his brain a little bit more.
Again,
You know what
I
mean?
feel like some of these people just be saying words.
Why? What do you
I don't
mean?
know. Some people just be saying like gloriously horrific. Like, bro, you just trying to build up the characters at that point.
When we walk out of the
On
movie theater,
Twitter.
we're gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'm Brad. I'm gonna go. It was great." You know what I mean? We loved it.
Yeah. Pretty
It was
much.
great.
We don't need to
Or
do no giant. We don't need to do no giant exposition or some bullshit like that. We see students in English class. We're good with that. We're good with the. It was great.
I wasn't a C student in English class. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I was not.
Moody you.
I did better than that.
Moody you.
But or in the case like when we got out of Halloween Kills, I was just like, I think I liked it. Like, and that everybody in the comments was like, you need to watch it a second time. Like
People are like, you think you like
it. Because I feel like, I don't know, Halloween Kills was one of those weird movies where it was like the first time you see it, you're almost like,
blasphemy.
What? Not even blasphemy. You're just like, was that like the coolest thing I've ever seen, or was that like a complete miss? You know what I mean? It was good. I mean, I did like it, but it kind of just ripped the floor out from under me. So last few we have here, Zach Pope, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a Sam Raimi movie, in and out, horrific, brutal, shocking, and even scary at times. Love to hear it. The film builds on each minute it gives and never lets up, even at the very end. Elizabeth Olsen is even better than she was in WandaVision, and I love it, man. DR Movie News truly cannot wait for this generation.
Picture is fucking freaky.
I know, dude. That picture is freaky, and
I feel bad for whoever's on the receiving end of that.
I know, right? I love this comment because this comment, like I feel like this is gonna be one of the cool. Like you listen, you all know,
it's like a turning point.
Well, if you're a horror fan, you know what it's like to be in a packed theater of people watching a horror movie, because everybody, like, you feel the oxygen leave the room. Like, you feel everybody gasp and react and scream and jerk at the same time. And that picture looks scary as hell. That looks awesome. That picture right there proves to me that I'm like, okay, we're going full on horror movie with this. Like, I dig it. Truly cannot wait for this generation of kids to get scarred in the movie theater during Multiverse of Madness. The same way we all were when Doc Ock killed all of those doctors in Spider-Man 2. Sam Raimi bringing us the MCU's first horror movie. Bring it on, bro. Let's be real. That was pretty scary as a kid, watching Doc Ock annihilate those people in the hospital room when they first recover him at the end. They're trying to take the saws, and like scary. That was kind of like, again, Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
But like that was actually kind of scary because you never saw him. You didn't see facial expressions. It was all the arms.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like people being scared and running and people being jerked and cut up and blood splattering. But then literally all you would see is this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Cuts of like the tentacles,
and that's all you would see. That picture right there.
Said, yeah, God. Like can't wait for the generation of kids to get scarred in this theater. Yeah, because look at that. It looks like a mom like charging her belt. Like I'd be scared if my mom came at me looking like that. Jesus fuck.
It's the coloring. For me, it's the eyes. And she almost looks. It's like demonic. It's like the eyes are red, but she's also got like a. Like, I'm enjoying doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I am just like fully psychotic and I'm enjoying the hell out of what I'm about to do to you. You know,
Do you know
I
what's
mean,
gonna be
that
so fucked up
genuinely
about
looks
that?
scary. I love it.
Some people are gonna see that exact scene, and their reaction is gonna be like, "Mommy," like some weird fucks with Halloween and like Michael Myers. You know that? You know what I mean?
What are
Yeah,
you
there's gonna be
talking
some
about?
weird motherfuckers like that. Some people are gonna be like, some people are gonna think like Elizabeth Olsen's kind of hot right there, kind of the same way how people think Michael Myers is hot.
Ugh. Ugh.
That's a horror community for you, dog.
Listen, sexy was not the first thing that came to mind when I mean she's good looking, but that was not the first thing that came to mind when I saw that picture.
You
Like,
never know.
you know,
You never know.
I don't know, man. But
You
that's
know,
a
there's
dope.
one
That
thing that
that is
like,
a dope shot.
yeah, there's one thing I'm really excited for. Like whenever like everyone can see the movie, like everyone's gonna be able to see the movie. I told Brad this earlier today. I can't wait for like the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness explained, but only in emojis with only in like and like memes with zero context. I
Yeah,
can't wait for those because I would love to see people describe Multiverse of Madness with just 4 fucking memes.
I know, right? Last one from Twitter, and then we're going to switch over to a couple of articles real briefly before we get on out of here. Before we skadoodle, Raimi gives Elizabeth Olsen the chance at every corner to make the Scarlet Witch actually horrifying, and she does wonders. Olsen commits to this camp and steals the show in Multiverse of Madness. Bro, she is covered in blood in that picture. Like, do we realize how like covered in blood she is?
It's just spitting a bit of blood.
A little bit. So it really seems, man, like Elizabeth Olsen is set to shine in this movie.
Yeah, she's about to wreck some shit, dog. I about to say this is
and-
WandaVision and the Multiverse of Madness.
I know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I really appreciate, like, if they were gonna do a Marvel horror movie at some point, this is the moment to, you know what I mean? Like, this is the story. These are the characters to do it with, you know? Like 100%. I'm really stoked, man. Let's go over.
I never thought of American Chavez in a fucking horror Marvel movie. Just saying.
Well,
that's kind of unheard of.
Apparently you're about to get it. Let's go over to Variety real quick. And if you're watching with us at this point, please be sure to leave us a like if you have not already. And let us know in the comments below what you are most excited for in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Multiverse of Madness, first reactions, praise director Sam Raimi's brilliant mind. Bro, he looks so like, wow, who am I looking at? You know, we'll figure out what kind of Doctor Strange you are. So Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness has officially concluded its world premiere.
Bro, what if that's like not like the Doctor Strange we know?
Shut up. No way.
It could be, just saying, because you know how they augment, trailers. It could be the trial of Sinister Strange.
Bro, could you imagine if it's Zombie Strange? They're like, Doctor Strange, you're on trial for, and he's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Officially concluded its world premiere, and the first reactions of the new entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe are pouring in online, along with the spoilers. Stop posting spoilers. With film journalists calling the long-awaited sequel everything from a film that fully goes horror to a mixed bag. One thing almost everyone seems to agree on is that it's nice to see Sam Raimi back in the director's chair. 100%, man. 100%.
Back? Has he not been making movies?
No, I think he has. I mean, I'm not 100% positive. I'd have to look.
I'm sure he has.
Benedict Cumberbatch reprises the title role in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is being helmed by Raimi. The film picks up after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, in which Stephen Strange changed the face of reality by opening up the multiverse. Now, Strange is forced to team up with old and new allies as he ventures into the multiverse to face a new enemy. The film co-stars Elizabeth Olsen. God, what are these names? You're killing me, guys. You're killing me, Smalls. Chiwetel. I don't know, man. I'm so sorry.
Where are you going?
Bottom two. I know. What are these names, man?
Bro, just say Modor.
Modor.
Yeah,
Benedict Wong.
We know who that is.
Chavez, Michael Stuhlbarg, and Rachel McAdams. Man, y'all, these names are absolutely killing me. Variety senior awards editor Clayton Davis said Marvel fans finally got their horror movie, teasing a bit of bloody horror involving face displacement. Clayton Davis, again from Variety, Well, Marvel fans finally got their horror movie. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a dark and wildly imaginative creation from the twisted and brilliant mind of Sam Raimi. Dug the hell out of it. Study up on your comic book knowledge. Superhero fans will lose their minds. Moving on forward, critic and Variety contributor Courtney Howard highlighted MCU newcomer again, Zochtil Gomez as a scene stealer. So Courtney Howard says Doctor Strange is filled with hugely entertaining sequences, character-driven heft, and kaleidoscopic trippy visuals. America Chavez is a scene stealer. Elizabeth Olsen owns. Benedict Cumberbatch superb. Doubles as a good entry point for beginners. Horror, that's a cool. Has Raimi signature. So that's kind of a cool moment. Like if you're trying to introduce, maybe you're trying to introduce your kid to horror, or a boyfriend or girlfriend that's not really a horror fan. If you're trying to introduce them to horror, maybe this is a good way to start, especially if they're a Marvel fan. That's pretty dope. I like that a lot.
What was going to be your fucking intro to horror for your kids? I'm curious now.
You want to hear something really bad?
I can't wait.
Rob Zombie's Halloween was one of mine.
The fuck is wrong with you, dog?
I saw both of them. Well, it wasn't the beginning of my. I'm trying to. No, you listen. You know what? The first horror movie that I remember being like actually terrified of?
Jaws.
I used to watch Jaws from behind the couch when I was a kid, and I lived in Florida, so like being at the beach all the time. Like Jaws scared me to death. Which it is scary. I mean, even for today, Jaws holds up. Like Jaws, there's some pretty frightening sequences in Jaws. But Jaws was one of them. I was old. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's late. When I was like mid, like 7th, 8th grade in middle school, that was when the Rob Zombie films were coming out. And we did go see both of them in the movie theater. They were fun. That was cool. Probably shouldn't have seen it as a middle schooler, but so be it. Whatever. Who cares?
Your dad was like, this might scar you for life. We're going to keep
watch it. I know, right? But I mean, I always watched horror movies. Like I was, it never bothered. Middle school was where I like 7th, 8th, like around the time of Rob Zombie's films. So that was what 2007, 8, 2009. Like that was when I was like on it. And I mean, I remember seeing the Friday the 13th reboot in the theater. I saw the Elm Street reboot in the theater. Like, that was my thing. So yeah, if you're trying to introduce somebody to horror, this might be a good place to start. German Lessier, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is the weirdest, grossest Marvel movie yet. We haven't seen it called gross yet. It's wildly disjointed, partially on purpose, so it doesn't always work, but the horror, and especially Wanda, work incredibly well. Plus, wow, what huge surprises. Dude, are you kind of...
by this review?
You're what?
I'm conflicted by that review. Well, did he like it or not?
No, I think he liked it. Are you kind of like shocked? Like, does it shock you how like full-on horror movie they're going with this?
No.
Or did you
he said it?
Did you expect it? Well,
they said it.
I guess I don't know. I guess I was just kind of shocked that like we're really going there. You know what I mean? Like we're actually gonna go there. We're gonna full-on do this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
we redlining this bitch. Okay, cool.
I know, right? Let's get him a Red Band trailer. Who cares? No, I'm kidding. So yeah, grossest Marvel movie. Yeah, that's pretty interesting as well. In Review Online's Matt Lynch was fairly harsh in his criticism, praising Raimi's contributions, but calling the MCU entry a crummy-looking, mostly incoherent slog. Wow, that's really the first negative one we've seen.
Damn, Jew. FTG, man. FTG.
It's the shortest, too. Alex McClevey, I like the...
some people just say shit. Some people just go online just to say shit, dog.
I like the profile picture, Laurie Strode behind the couch. My thoughts on Doctor Strange 2 mostly involve my delight at Sam Raimi's direction. That's fun and not at all an indictment of Marvel's assembly line BS, right? Wow, that's another one, man. Saying Marvel is just assembly line BS?
I mean...
You're not... Bro... Are we about to end this channel right now? Are we about to say we're done?
No, what I'm saying is, I mean, there are some like usual like Marvel tropes, and Marvel tends to like lean on it a lot. So I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's good, but you know how you can overuse something.
Kind of.
You know how you like love a drink so much, but then you keep drinking it every single fucking day. Yeah,
This is kind of. I'm kind of sick of this already, and I got this big can, and I shouldn't have.
There you go.
I have like. I have like that much left, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this now. Like,
Yeah,
let's move on.
it's the same shtick that that Marvel does. It's like, they have their thing, they have their signatures, and some people use it all the way. They beat that dead horse. So
Fair.
I think this right here would definitely be like a really great refresher. I think this is going to be probably one of the most, if not the most refreshing film that Marvel would release.
Yeah,
I guess.
I agree with that. I think it is going to be refreshing. Doctor Strange is totally madcap and insane. It's 100% a Sam Raimi movie, which is very much appreciated. Easily the scariest MCU entry thus far. Going in knowing as little as possible, your journey to the multiverse will be much more enjoyable. Carl Dos Lantos Canes. Don't worry, Sam Raimi fans. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness goes fully horror, jump scares, body horror, and a smattering of diabolical chills. It fits in the MCU, but has Raimi's deranged, creepy, campy, groovy DNA all over it. Start the Elizabeth Olsen Oscar campaign.
Every time you start rambling, I'm gonna do the Jim Carrey thing from Evan Almighty, just like how he's typing and it's like Steve Carell just going like bumbling and everything. That's what I'm gonna do from now on.
Dude, it fits the MCU, but has Raimi's deranged, creepy, campy, groovy DNA all over it. I love that. That's awesome.
Is that an Evil Dead reference?
Yeah, we got to throw in the Ash.
Right. Yeah,
we got to throw that.
Dude, I hope Ash has a cameo in this.
I think he does.
No, like not.
I don't know.
Ash,
Ash.
Like,
I know, but Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell, yeah.
I think he does. I really do. I'm pretty sure he does. I don't know who it is. Oh shit! Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Oh my god! Back to working on my review. Woo! Hot take right there, bud.
Damn, son. You just look at the likes. And look how much like you got right there. Trying to be different. Look how much you got. 60 likes. That ain't much. Look at you trying to be different.
Harsh. That was harsh.
I like to read the replies there. No, I'm kidding.
Wow, I didn't see that one. Holy, it's got no replies. Did you see it? It literally has no replies.
It says.
Oh, 8 replies.
8 replies.
Can we read it? Can we read it? Did it switch
are we gonna
over?
open
Is it still? Yeah. Hold on. Let me see.
What do people say about this person saying about this movie? Let's talk about it, guys.
They're not really. They're dumb replies. They're not really anything.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said you probably think Captain Marvel is a masterpiece and way better than Shawshank Redemption 2, right?
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not really great replies, but whatever.
Yeah,
I know I'm kind of skipping over the article, but it's okay. Again with the names, dang. Miguel, you got to guess. What is her name? I don't want to say
Angelique Jackson.
Oh, good. Angelique Jackson. Not going to stop thinking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse.
Took him a little bit for him to fully get that.
It really did. It had to adjust to my eyeballs.
He got tired. He got tired of like reading names.
Not to mention having nightmares about some of those visuals. Ooh, interesting. Bottom line, Raimi was perfect. More Cumberbatch and McAdams is better. Xochitl Gomez is a star, and Elizabeth Olsen rules.
It's probably like the simplest pronunciation.
I know, right? Elizabeth Olsen steals the show in Doctor Strange, one of the bloodiest and bloodiest MC movies to date. Jordan Moreau, yes. There are a couple moments that will genuinely shock you in an otherwise solid and CGI-heavy Marvel film. Simon Thompson. Thank you. Simon Thompson says Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a spectacle, but this mid-table Marvel is a mixed bag. Kicking off summer movie season, the sequel delivers rich visuals and a pretzel-esque narrative. Throwing up some.
I thought it was simple.
Raimi embracing his horror roots is a welcome and bold win. A pretzel narrative.
Yeah, I thought it was a simple narrative.
That's interesting. Eric Davis says this Doctor Strange film has a very high pizza score, probably the highest of any MCU movie to date. Solid pizza moments in this picture. I'm giving it 5 pizzas.
Who
I
the
love it.
fuck is ranking movies with pizza?
I don't
Bro,
know, but I love it.
you just trying to knock down Rotten Tomatoes, ain't you?
But wait, there's more. I most enjoyed how ambitious Doctor Strange is, how it swings for the fences, and how it's lighter on humor and leans more into the evil of it all. That's where Raimi really has some fun. Ultimately, a film about being pulled towards darkness and the fight to keep it from engulfing us.
Getting
Again,
pulled into what?
very
The army of
interesting thing.
darkness.
The That's awesome. Eric Italiano, I like that name.
Fake.
Do we share a heritage? Multiverse of Madness very much feels like a both Sam Raimi feels
Bro, he's
like
probably
a
from Georgia.
feels like a both a Sammy oh very much feels like a both a Sam Raimi movie and a day in the life of Doctor Strange. It's the MCU formula perfected in my opinion. Despite the franchise / multiversal implications and reveals, the film is very much self-contained and focused on its own story and style. Self-contained. That's interesting. Because this strikes me as the kind of movie that is going to be like like universe shattering. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this, like the implications of Infinity War or the implications of Civil War. Like what happened in that film affected characters that weren't even in that movie. You know what I mean? And that kind of like makes me feel like this. Like holy crap! I feel like this is going to be. What happens in Multiverse of Madness is going to matter for other people, but apparently not. Him saying that it's what did he self-contained? That's interesting. That's a very interesting take. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Sounds mid.
I don't know. That one kind of confuses me a little bit. Perry Nemiroff, Doctor Strange. Marvel made a horror movie. It's weird, scary, and earns the title of Multiverse of Madness. If you were at all concerned this movie wouldn't feel Sam Raimi enough, fear not. I can't imagine a more Sam Raimi MCU film. My genre-loving heart is bursting right now. That's a cool review. Very cool.
Bro,
very complimentary.
I don't know why a lot of people are just saying it's a Sam Raimi movie. Like, bro, like, I've never heard someone like kind of say like, oh, this was a Tom Ford movie. Oh no, this was a. I've heard like, oh, this is a Michael Bay film. You know what I mean? I've heard that, but I've never heard someone say it's a Sam Raimi film. Then if it's a Sam Raimi film, I'm trying to think like all because like I've looked at it as like films that he's had. Bro, this man directed Time Cop.
Yeah,
that
dude.
Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Dude.
That did not look like a Sam Raimi film. Yeah. I've seen that movie probably a healthy amount of times, and I did not know Sam Raimi directed it.
Yeah, dude. 100%. So. Just a couple more before we get out of here. This is on comicbook.com. I'm not going to read the full article. Y'all know what's happened by this point. We're an hour in. Jenna Anderson, Doctor Strange of the Multiverse of Madness rules. It's inventive, truly weird, and absolutely a joyride to watch. I didn't realize how much the MCU needed something like this. I will have so many more thoughts over at comicbook.com very, very soon. And we get that sweet shot of Gargantos, by the way. Got to get that thrown, right?
Bro, Gargantos is gonna like cool have like 3 minutes of screen time, and then probably get murked.
I know, right?
That's all I'm thinking right now.
Real quick, J-Dead, buddy, what's going on? He says, "Hey guys, sorry I'm missing the live stream. Work's a mofo tonight. No worries, buddy. Because listen, it'll be here for you to watch again. No worries,
bro. I'm not gonna lie, you missed this man fumble a lot of fucking words today.
Okay, no, don't.
He fumbled a lot of words.
No.
Feel free to check out. Feel free to check out the replay. Go to the replay box.
Don't listen to him.
And check it all out. I swear to God, this man fumbled a lot more fucking balls.
No, you know what?
Tom Brady did in the fucking
first of all
regular season.
This is a big old tall boy here. Second of all, have you seen some of these names that I've had to try to pronounce?
No, and on these tweets. Homework.
What? Bro, how many tweets do you want me to read and like scan through?
Bro, we read through like an hour and a half of them, man. You read through like the same name. Like I can't even count like 30 fucking times. And you're still like, nope.
Whatever. I quit the channel. No, I'm kidding.
He said whatever.
So J-Dad, no worries, buddy. We love you. AJ, the movie podcast. Doctor Strange of the Multiverse of Madness is a full-on spectacle in all caps. Sam Raimi weaves an exhilarating story, creating a visual experience like no other. Benedict elevates Strange to another level, and Elizabeth Olsen delivers a powerful performance that's truly horrifying. What is this?
Bro, I guess everyone else's performance is pretty mid or subpar.
I don't think so. I think
ain't nobody talking about anybody.
Well, like we said though, I think out of anything, I think people are very complimented. Like even if people are kind of mixed, like the one guy said mixed bag, like even if they're mixed on the plot and the story and like what they like, you mentioned the CGI and the cameos, even if they're mixed on all of the other stuff, I think every single person that sees this movie is going to walk away going, you know what, the actors killed it. They killed their role. And apparently Elizabeth Olsen's going to kill a whole bunch of other stuff too. But that's besides the point. I think that's the one thing that everybody is going to walk away feeling like completely on the same page about.
I get that.
And I don't know. I hope so. Again, fever dream. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a fever dream that only Sam Raimi could tell. Twisted, stunning, and mesmerizing. Described
purely, simply evil.
I know, right? By Cumberbatch, Olsen, and the kaleidoscopic visuals on screen.
Again, people just making words. People just saying words.
Daniel Baptista, the movie podcast, says Doctor
I'm curious who she fucks up in this scene.
I know, right? That looks dope. That looks pretty dope. Oh, crap. That's not what I meant to do. Can you still see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I clicked off on something else. Is a Marvel at their best. Sam Raimi delivers a fast-paced superhero horror, dude. That's what I'm talking about. With dazzling visuals and magical moments fans will remember forever. Cumberbatch and Olsen deliver their strongest MCU performances, and Zochitl Gomez is their future. And I think we've already seen these. Yes, we have. So, if you have taken nothing away from the last, hour and 12 minutes, is that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is 1,000% a Sam Raimi horror film. The performances are going to be spectacular. And pretty much this movie is going to blow any socks and any articles you have of clothing that you have on your body off.
Yeah. It sounds like it's going to be like a solid.
It's going to rip your underwear out through your
3.5.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
It's gonna we hop on our review, they're gonna be like, it was okay. No, but for real,
out of spite, I'm gonna be so fucking calm. But yeah, it was fun.
So, but that's really all there is to say, man. This has been episode number 72 of Let's Talk Movies. If you have not already, please be sure to leave this one a like. As we do with most of our big Marvel horror reviews, we will post our non-spoiler thoughts in the parking lot. We will make a video on the old iPhone. We will make a video in the parking lot right after we walk out of the movie theater with our initial thoughts, non-spoiler, of course. And then please remember to join us, next Tuesday, April, what is that, the 10th, I believe? Or not April, May 10th. That will be our full
sorry, guys. All of us missed it.
It already came out. We missed our own stream. That will be our full spoiler review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We will be talking spoilers. We will be partially drunk, and we may or may not be wearing pants.
I'm not wearing pants now.
But you need to be there because that's going to be a really fun time. If you can get to see that movie, we're seeing it Saturday. If you can get to the movie theater this weekend, man, that would be great because we would love to have you join us. We would love to hear your thoughts. And speaking of hearing your thoughts, let us know what you are most excited for in the comments below. What is the cameos you want to see the most? What are you looking for out of the plot? Are you super stoked that this is really Marvel's first horror movie? We want to know what you have to say, as we always do. We do new shows every single Tuesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern. Let's Talk Movies, which is our main show, and then Purely and Simply Evil, which is our horror-based show. We are in our second season of that show right now, and we are checking out all of the Nightmare on Elm Street films in that franchise. So please be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at We Talk the Movies. Again, I'm Brad. He's Miguel. You guys are friggin-tastic. We love each and every one of you, and we will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your week, guys. We'll talk to you Saturday night, super late into the evening, as we post our non-spoiler thoughts after we see the movie.
He's got the most sporadic endings I've ever seen. Bye.
You've ever Sid? Sid? You gonna tell on me for saying all these names wrong, and now you're gonna say it wrong? Dick. We love you guys. Bye.